welcome to the Israel Brief with me, Rolene Marks, brought to you by Lay of the Land. Now, as I said yesterday, I will try my best to bring you a broadcast from kibbutz Nir Am, which is literally on the border with Gaza. In fact, behind me is the Gaza Strip. You might not be able to hear it on the report, but you can hear while we're standing here the low grumble of a fighter jet circulating above and the occasional booms, or what we call the symphony of war. Now, today is quite a special and emotional day. Residents have started to return to the kibbutzim in the south. The residents of kibbutz Nir Am have started to return, not all of them, but a vast majority. And today I'm going to be joined by a special guest on camera, Debbie Dash, who is the deputy chairperson of Telfed. She's going to tell me a little bit about why we are here today and what we are doing and how the residents are feeling. But before we get into that, first of all, I want to say there is no audience question today. Yeah, I know, I'll make up for it tomorrow, but there isn't one today. And before we get into that, I want to announce that the IDF and the Hostages and Missing Persons Forum have notified us that the bodies of 6 hostages were located in Khan Yunis inside the Gaza Strip last night. They have been brought back into Israel. The names of the hostages are as follows: Nadav Popowell, Avraham Munder, Yoram Metzger, Chaim Perry, Alexander Danzig, and Yagev Buchstav. I think if we just take a moment to think about them, think about their lives, their families, to send our prayers, our love to their families during this time of indescribable grief, and just to continue to pray for the remaining 109 hostages. We want them all home soon. For the families of these hostages whose bodies have been returned to Israel, there will be a grave to weep at, and we want all of our hostages back. You can hear behind me the symphony of war. We want all of our hostages back, those who are no longer with us, so that we have graves to mourn and to weep, and those that are alive, that we can help them with the recovery process. I'm swatting away a lot of insects from the atmosphere. It's very, very hot here. It's very, very humid. We are technically in the desert. So I'm joined now on camera by the amazing Debbie Dash. Debbie is the deputy chairperson of Telfed. Debbie, welcome to the Israel Brief.
Thank you.
We're very brave here, standing right on the border fence where Hamas terrorists got up to on the 7th of October. The story of Nir Am is actually quite miraculous. Because rockets took out the electricity, the terrorists weren't able to infiltrate, giving the Kitat Konenut time to get down to the fence and defend their kibbutz. The Kitat Konenut is the community security. But today we're here for a different reason.
Today is about giving back to the brave people that live on our borders. They really are our heroes, besides our soldiers and those who are fighting to allow us to live in Israel. These guys that are living on the border are unbelievable. Rolene, maybe we can rotate the camera. You'll see we are actually standing by the perimeter of the kibbutz, which is right by the border. And if we turn around, you'll see where the homes are. So if we turn the camera...
We're going to turn around a little bit. We are hearing quite a significant amount of booms coming from the Gaza Strip, a lot of combat.
Okay, if you turn a bit more, we'll see. I don't know if you can see. There's a lot of glare here.
There's a lot of glare. It's a very hot day, but I'm going to lift this a bit.
So this gives you a sense of how close the residents of Nir Am are to Gaza. And we from Telfed are here to help this community rehabilitate and rebuild. And our team of 41 volunteers are cleaning the kindergartens and unpacking. Last week, we actually went to the Herod Hotel to help the community pack up the kindergartens, and today we are unpacking them, we are gardening, we're doing whatever is needed to make this community understand that they're not alone. We are here to support them. So for us, it's very humbling. They really are my heroes. Every one of them that has come back here to live on, and they're defending our borders, really.
It's a very, very emotional time for these residents. They're coming back. We still don't have a ceasefire. Prime Minister Netanyahu announcing last night that he accepts the terms, but we know Hamas haven't accepted the terms of the ceasefire. The majority, not all of the residents of this kibbutz have returned, and we are still hearing the booms, the sounds of war. So when we say that these are frontline communities, these are really frontline communities, and are also the breadbasket of this country. Agriculture being the main industry here in the Negev desert. And for this particular kibbutz, they also manufacture the materials to make crockery and cutlery. So it gives you an understanding. These are not just homes, it's actually industry as well.
Absolutely.
Now, there are 4 ganim or kindergartens on the kibbutz, all absolutely beautiful.
Well, they will be beautiful.
They will be beautiful when you're finished with them.
That's right.
And why are there so many ganim on these kibbutzes?
Because there's a young population here, thank goodness, and it's very important for us to show our support because we want to encourage the young people to come back and establish themselves in this. It's actually an amazing part of Israel. It's beautiful here, and to grow up on a kibbutz as a child is such a carefree experience. It's a wonderful sense of freedom to explore and to be creative. And of course, these families who were, I'm just saying, Rolene, you can't see it on the camera, but we are now, if we turn around, there's smoke there from the wall, but it's too overcast, so I don't think you'll be able to see it. But as I was saying, these evacuees were living in a hotel in Tel Aviv for the last 10 months in one bedroom, many family members in one room, and something that we take for granted, being able to go into our kitchen and make ourselves even an egg on toast. Unfortunately, these residents have not been able to do it. So for them, it's a blessing to be able to be home, but it's also very scary.
It is very scary, and we're standing here in full view of the Gaza Strip. A migonit, a little bomb shelter just a matter of meters away. Should a rocket be fired towards us, and we won't hear the alarm because these communities have faced so many rocket attacks that an alarm is too traumatic. Instead, you will hear Tseva Adom, and Debbie and I will literally have 15 seconds, if we're lucky, to get to those meguniot. And if there is a mortar fired, we have literally a matter of seconds. So it gives you an understanding just how close we are. Again, you are hearing the booms, the sounds, the symphonies of war. It gives you an idea just how close we are, just how close these communities are, and just how they formed the vanguard, and how vulnerable they were to Hamas coming in. And also very important to note that these communities also are the peace movement. The majority of the peacenikim settled here in the hopes of building peace with their neighbors just a matter of meters behind us. So from the border of Gaza on kibbutz Nir Am, I want to say a huge thank you to Telford Deputy Chairperson Debbie Dash. I'm Rolene Marks. This is the Israel Brief. And just a reminder that If you want to follow our work, please do so on Lay of the Land at www.layoftheland.online. Our YouTube channel right here at the Israel Brief. Click on that red subscribe button. We are on Facebook at Lottel's site, on X at Lay of the Land 5. And all that remains is for me to say, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. And thank you for joining me on this very, very impromptu visit to the border. I do like as much as possible to be able to show you the situation in Israel, parts of our beautiful country. Thank you for being part of our Israel Brief community. And I promise you I will take your audience questions tomorrow. See you guys. God bless.